Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Today's live chat is a very special one as we come together to honor and celebrate the life of Kumaran Naidu, a filmmaker, a visionary, and someone who made a lasting impact on so many lives. Through his work and his presence, Kumaran didn't just create stories, he created opportunities, inspired growth, and brought people together. Joined by Leanne Naidu and Chrisintha Moodley, we'll be sharing personal reflections, meaningful moments, and the legacy he leaves behind. Let's take this time to not only to remember, but to celebrate a life that continues to inspire. How are you?
Good and
Hey,
you,
Sid.
Sid.
Hey, Sid. Hey, Sid. How are you?
Ah, I'm fine, but I'm still like in shock because I didn't actually expect that the way to I didn't it's like when I saw it on Facebook, I thought it was a hoax and I was telling you all this off air. But then when I had to rely on Gemini, I was like, okay, this is really hectic, and then I had to
Yeah,
reach out to
Really
you.
happening.
yeah. Truly, it was a shocker because when we, in fact, got the message on our GMP group, we thought it was a prank. Like, it was like a joke kind of thing. But unfortunately, when we got to and Prince sent the message out, then it really hit, reality hit and says, no,
I
Yeah.
actually got a call from one of the cast members, a friend of mine, on Saturday afternoon saying, Chris, Mr. K is not doing well at all and he's sick in hospital, which we knew for a
Oh,
while. He's been sick for a while. But I got a call saying that he's not doing good and we're not sure he's going to pull through. So we were
oh,
just
yeah.
keeping him in our prayer. And then later on that night, I got a message saying that he had passed on. And it was so unbelievable. But I do know that he was, like I say, ill for a while and he was in and out of hospital. So he's in a better place.
Yeah, I think it was last year he took ill as well.
Yes.
We are planning for BP6, so he was in hospital. He did a video for us, but he pulled through. I mean, he fought it.
Yes.
He pulled through. And then I think in December when we were shooting for the series, I think said we did an interview with my ex-ghost girlfriend,
yeah.
and we were so hyped about it and pumped up. And but when he came through to my home, and you could see he was not well. You can see
Yes.
he was sick. He was
He
ill,
wasn't.
but he's still,
Even for,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
even our
guess.
movie premiered in December
Okay.
and he came for the premiere, but he wasn't looking well at all. And he wished us well. He hugged us and he said, he watched the movie and he was so proud of everybody. And that was the last I saw him. That was in December.
Yeah. And yeah,
Oh,
in December was the last we have seen Mr. K in Durban and in person. And while he was shooting at the home for the series that day, he was not well. He took breaks. That's not him. He never takes break while he's shooting. He was like, once he shoots, it's like go, go, go. And but to see him taking a
Nonstop.
break, like 15, 20 minutes break or so, it was not him. And and then we never heard from him. And then we got this news.
yeah. All right. On that note,
Yeah,
Leanne,
it's
I
sad.
will.
It's sad
You've,
day.
yeah. All right, Leanne, I think we've covered quite a bit. And I think, I don't know if you might have unintentionally answered my first question, but maybe you can add a different kind of flavor to it. What was your most memorable moment working with Kumaran Naidu, and why has it stayed with you?
Sid, I feel that one of my most memorable moments was seeing Mr. K's passion come alive on set whilst
Okay.
working with him, and the way he brought people together through his movies and stuff like that. It really it really stayed with me up till now. And the fact that in December when we were shooting for my ex-ghost girlfriend, seeing him ill but still having a passion for what he does and pulling it off, that's really stayed with me. And he said on that day while we are talking, he says, take criticism well, take it with a stride, take it with a smile. You'll always have haters, you'll always have people saying nasty things, but overlook it and move forward and push. That's my moment. And another moment of mine is when I got a call after the premiere of BP5. I got a call from Mr. K asking me to if I want to be part of Garuda Motion Pictures. And yeah, and that was a moment I will never forget. Having him trust me with with the Garuda Motion Pictures and being part of family, being part of history. That's my ultimate memory and moment of Mr. K.
Kristen, how would you describe Kumaran Naidu's energy and presence on set or in creative spaces?
Sorry, was that for me? You broke up there.
Yes.
Okay.
I was asking you.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So I know Kumaran going back now to 2017.
Wow.
And I remember his energy on set. You know, he was such, it's hard to say he was such a brilliant mind. His energy, like Leanne said, he's unstoppable when he's on set. He like just comes alive. You could see the passion in him. And I remember working on Broken Promises 4. And you know, his mind is always working. So I had a script and I was supposed to be a teacher in the scene, and for some reason the classroom we couldn't get it or something. So on the spot, on the day, he changed the whole script up, and we had a whole new scene, and he made up the lines, and he said, no, you do it like the directed me, and the whole scene was done. And then that's where my favorite, the Pushpa, came to life, you know, in Broken Promises for Pushpa. That scene wasn't even in the script. And now everybody knows me as Pushpa from Broken Promises. So his mind, his brilliance was never ending. And that energy, he just brought it to life. He brought the characters to life, and that support and the encouragement, it was just amazing to watch him. You know, he was not just a director or a producer, even watching him with the camera, it was amazing. And it was my first time on set, so I was just thrilled to be in, and I was in awe watching this all come together. It was amazing.
Yeah,
All right,
true.
Leanne and Chrisintha, are you okay taking a comment question now?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Leanne, I'll start with you here. This is from Jitin Rishika. Leanne, what would be the one thing you would always cherish of Mr. K?
Okay, the one thing I will always cherish, as Chris said before, it's hard to talk about Mr. K in the past tense. But one thing I'll always treasure is his brilliance and his zest for life and his confidence and the way he used to push us to do our utmost best and the knowledge that he imparted with all of us whilst shooting and stuff like that. That I'll always cherish.
All right, Chrisintha, how would you remember Mr. K always?
You know, I said, Mr. K, no matter what we were doing, what we were shooting, there was always time for fun and jokes. He was such a jovial person, and he always kept us relaxed on set. You know, I was so nervous being my first time on BP4. So he would always keep us calm and know what to say, break out in laughs. And he was just, like I said, brilliant. You know, he would make up lines. If he felt the script wasn't working in that particular way, he would change it up. So I remember him for his sheer brilliance and just the work that he did. You know, for me, growing up watching him making movies and to actually be in his movie, it was a privilege and an honor for me. And I'll always remember his encouragement and, you know, telling me, go for it, you can do it. So I'll remember that.
Leanne, how did Kamar influence your growth as a performer or individual? Oh, well, Leanne, are you there? Oh, I think Leanne is frozen on us there.
Yeah, network issue.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. So I'm sure Leanne will come back just now. Okay, fine. I think while we wait for Leanne, I'll ask you your question, Chrisintha, if that's okay with you.
Sure,
Oh,
no problem.
I know it's fine. Leanne has come back on again. Let me just check if she's. Oh, okay. Leanne, did you
Yeah,
get my
I'm back.
question?
No, I just reconnected.
Oh, okay. Let me just refresh quickly because I don't think I heard it.
Start working in our favor today, Chris. Start working.
Okay, all right. I can still hear you. Okay. Yeah, my question was, how did Kumaran influence your growth as a performer or individual?
Um, he influenced me in a way, as I said before, by his
Oh,
confidence, his discipline on sets. He can be, as Chris said before, he's a he's a calm in the storm and stuff like that. And his influence is like when he pushes you to do something and in his own unique way. And his confidence, his discipline, and the way he believed in our talent is unmatched from any director ever. And yeah, so that's how he influenced me. His dedication, his confidence, and his belief in talent.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, Chrisintha, what lesson or value from Kumaran do you carry with you today?
Kumaran, like I said, always believed in people, not just his cast, but he believed in people and giving us an opportunity to make our dreams come true, and especially for ordinary people like me. And I'm also very active in charity, and I resonate with that, making people happy, making their dreams come true. So for me, that quality in him, I think it's very hard to find in a person to get happiness out of making other people happy. And I think the world can use a lot more of that today. So that resonates with me, and that will stick with me always, for giving ordinary people a chance. Not many producers, directors do that in any cinema, not just local. But
Yeah, true.
he went far over and above that. I'll never forget in BP5, totally unscripted. And there was a character that came in literally at the last moment. I think she couldn't get there on time. So eventually he just brought her in, and she was the nurse. And this girl was so nervous that he was like calming her down. And we didn't even have lines. And she was forgetting her line. And I was trying to help her to remember her lines. And I completely made up my own lines. And he was like, well done, Chris. And he was really surprised, and I surprised myself. But just with his encouragement and his direction, and I knew what he needed out of that scene, it really came together well. And I'm so glad that I had that opportunity to be in Broken Promises 4 and 5 as well.
All right. My final question to you, Leanne, it would be if you could describe his legacy in one message to the world, what would it be?
Okay. His legacy is love for storytelling and
Hmm.
people, and to uplift people and to create fiercely. That's how I would say Mr. K's legacy would be creating fiercely and to leave every space better than it was before. And working alongside Mr. K was an honor, privilege, and to work with him twice. I mean, with BP5 and with the My Ex-Girl's Girlfriend, to see his drive, his passion, his dedication, and it will forever be etched in our hearts, minds, and yeah.
Okay. Chrisintha, in what ways do you think his work would continues to inspire the South African film industry? I mean, community, sorry.
Sid, Mr. K was a legend in what he did. And it stems from his passion going back to his father's days and even his grandfather's days. I know that they would rent out movies back in those days. So his passion came from his forefathers, and he continued with that passion, making movies. And he was a legend of local cinema. Many of us grew up watching his movies, and to be in his movie was an absolute privilege. And I think, Kumaran's movies touched so many hearts of the people of our communities because we could all relate to it. And that's the thing, he told stories that were real, it wasn't a make believe. So people loved him for that, for his storytelling. And I know he has inspired many new movie makers, producers, directors. And I know for a fact at our last movie, My Cousin's Big Fat Durban Wedding, he said, and I think he even posted it on Facebook, he handed the baton on to Thershan Naika, who made that
Okay.
movie. And Thershan, Mr. K was his absolute inspiration and mentor. And he definitely is going to carry that baton forward. And I know there's going to be many movie makers out of this whole lot of cast that he has created. We are going to take his legacy forward, and we are not going to stop. And if anything, it's motivating me and driving me forward that I'm going to make it even bigger out there in cinema world. And I'm going to do it because people like Mr. K believed in me, gave me my chance. So the people, the cast, his crew are going to carry his legacy forward and carry his name forward for a long time to come.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Leanne and Chrisintha, and I hope to catch up with you all once again in the future.
Absolutely. So it's
Yeah,
been such an honor.
we're looking for. Yeah, looking forward to that. And before we leave, I'd like to say to Mr. K, thank you wherever you are watching from above. Thank you for your brilliance. Thank you for seeing raw talent and helping us realize our dreams. As I said in my videos, my dedication videos, thank you from walking the red carpet to premieres, from doing events. Thank you for making us realize our dream, and thank you for leaving your mark on everyone. And from my side and the Garuda Knights, and I think Chrisantha, we will carry your legacy forward, and we will try our utmost best to fill in those shoes and move forward with your blessings and guidance from above. So rest in peace, Mr. K. Rest in power till we meet again.
Absolutely. If I could just add to that, yes, definitely a big thank you to Mr. K for believing in me and for giving me my first break into cinema. And now, 4 movies later, I've got the confidence to be an actress, and it would not have been possible without him. So, definitely thank you, Mr. K, and to Fiona and to the boys. Our hearts are with you. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry that we couldn't be there today to share in your sorrow, but trust us, we feel the pain. We have definitely lost a legend, a father figure, and a mentor in the industry. And thank you again,
yeah.
Sid, for this opportunity.
You're most welcome, and I hope to catch up with you all soon. Take care and God bless.
Looking
You as
forward to
well.
it.
Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
Bye.